Hello everyone, today our topic is about etiquette, and this is our foreign teacher, Miss Kim. Now, let's our foreign teacher give us a brief self-introduction.
Hello, I am Kim Chumney, and I come from Walled Lake, Michigan, where I teach chemistry, physics, environmental science, and forensic science, all the fun classes.
Okay, Miss Kim, you know in China, when people receive a compliment, for example, if someone tells me, "You are so beautiful," I will say, No, I'm not beautiful. But I know it's really different for Americans, right? So in America, what should people do when they receive a compliment?
Well, I think that what I was told when I was growing up was always just to say thank you. But we always kind of go back a little bit too, because we feel inside, we say no, because, I totally agree with you. It's uncomfortable when somebody gives you a compliment like that. And, so I don't think that we're that different, but in our culture, what we're taught to do is just say thank you.
Oh, so what are differences between Chinese and American students in classroom manners?
I think that they're very similar in a lot of ways. However, having been here at USTB, I have not noticed some of the problem students that we tend to have in high school, such as students that come in late and aren't apologetic about it, or don't come to class prepared, that sort of thing. For the most part, I've seen the Chinese students are all on time, they have their materials, and they're ready to learn. Also, students in the States have learned to raise their hand if they have a question during a lecture.
Yes.
I believe that is not appropriate here, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, among all the manners, which one do you think the most important, like table manners or conversation etiquette or other manners, and why?
Well, Diana, I think that all manners are important.
Yeah.
I suppose it depends on where you are. If you're at home, table manners, they're not necessarily as important. I mean, it bothers me if my children aren't doing the appropriate manners at home, but that's just me.
Yeah.
So, but when they're out in a social situation, I hope very much that they are using the appropriate manners.
Yes.
And then, there's all different kinds of etiquette and manners. And this is what we spoke about in class, is that depending upon the situation, family or friends or social or professional, there's different kinds of etiquette and manners. So for the most part, I think that they're all important, but, being outside of the house, the manners that you portray there are much more important than your manners in your own home.
Yeah, you're right. So can you tell me some traditional American table manners?
Well, again, I think a lot of them are similar, although we use knives, forks, and spoons as opposed to using chopsticks. But I learned that you aren't supposed to put chopsticks straight up,
yes.
and that and you're also not supposed to do that with your knife, your fork, your spoon.
Yeah, everything is impolite.
Right. And also, as you are supposed to put the chopsticks on the side of the plate while you're not eating at that particular point, it's the same thing with a knife, a fork, and a spoon. We put them on the side of the plate. One thing that is a little bit different with table manners is we put a napkin in our lap when we eat. So, and that is one thing that is not done here. Don't eat with your mouth open. Don't talk while you're chewing food.
Yeah, just same as Chinese.
Yes. Yeah. And then the other thing that's a little bit different is the older people eat first here. And if there are older people in the home for like a traditional holiday, that sort of thing, we pretty much all eat at the same time. So we try to make sure that everybody has a plate, and for the most part, nobody should start eating until everybody has sat down to eat.
Okay.
So that's a little different.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.